We love the holidays, but we can often find ourselves out in the cold financially due to overspending and the various unknowns in the economy. Safe Credit Union joins us with tips on handling personal finances amid inflation and high interest rates. Senior Vice President of Finance Alexis Fitzpatrick joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Desiree.
Yeah, this is such a timely topic to talk about as we're getting into the holidays. We're seeing some different financial situations happening amongst people, so I'm glad we're talking about this. We hear a lot about interest rates and the effect they have on so many things. What's the current state of interest rates and what does that mean to us?
Well, as many people are aware, we have very high interest rates right now and they continue to go up. We also have record inflation we haven't seen in over 40 years. So really what's happening is the Fed is combating inflation by increasing interest rates. You have high inflation, you have high interest rates, and that has a real significant impact on our personal finances.
So what are some ways that families can make it through our current economy?
The first thing to do is to know your budget. You have to know the money that's going out and the money that's going in. And most importantly, it's the discretionary expenses. So lifestyle expenses like streaming services, vacations, all that stuff, those are the first that really need to be cut in an unforeseen economic environment. And if you haven't done so already, it's really important to establish an emergency fund. It's very different than a savings fund. A savings fund is something that many people have for things like college, vacations, a new car, where an emergency fund, you really only want to tap into it in unforeseen economic times or hardships, loss of income, a material large unplanned expense.
Oh, so what target amount should we have in our emergency fund?
Typically it's 3 to 6 months, which I know seems like a lot of annual income, but it's a great time if you haven't to start now. A lot of people think of the interest rate environment when it's really high is not advantageous for consumers, but it's actually for savers very advantageous. A lot of financial institutions are offering high rates in their savings account products, and so if you want to start an emergency fund, you can actually do that and earn more.
Oh, that's good to know. And we know the holidays, it's a time of spending.
I've
been guilty of it. It's already happening. So what can we do to save up for gifts and come out of the holidays debt-free?
So I love this question because it's something that I'm actually introducing this year for the first time. So I have 2 kids. I have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. And it's really about resetting, I should say, expectations with them. Things are really expensive. And so instead of giving them all the gifts this year, it's really the 5-gift rule that we're implementing. So it's something you want, something you need, something you wear, something you read. And then there's a 5th surprise gift. It can be from Santa or it can be from you. But it really establishes an easier way to set a budget for the holidays, and you don't want to go over debt.
I like this. This is like a fun way to start teaching your kids about finances and making it creative for them and understanding those limitations.
Yes.
So are there ways people can benefit from high interest rates?
Well, yeah, and like I had mentioned, you know, a lot of people think high interest rates, oh no. And that's true from a borrowing perspective. You don't want to go into debt right now.
Yeah.
But for savers, you really have a good opportunity to put money into a savings account like a money market product or a CD where it's high yielding. So I would recommend find a trusted financial institution and really put your money in one of those high yielding accounts.
All right, I got a question that we all want to know the answer to,
Yes.
Alexis. Is there a way to beat inflation?
Unfortunately, no, you can't beat inflation. It's really just about managing risk. Know your personal finances, so know your budget. You know, cut those discretionary expenses that you can. Reset expectations with your family and your friends, and set up an emergency fund. Look, we don't know what 2023 is going to happen.
Right.
A lot of economists can talk about 2023. Who knows? What we do know is our personal finances and how best to set us up for financial health.
Okay, good to know. Thank you for these helpful tips.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, it's nice to know that with planning and focus, we can come out on top. For more helpful money tips, go to safecu.com.